Assalamu alaikum. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to use the gerunds and infinitives correctly. Let's watch. Okay, so some verbs are followed by gerunds. I enjoy listening to music. A gerund is the verb plus ing. So if you have a verb like enjoy, after that, you're supposed to put the verb plus ing. I couldn't help laughing. So that's another example. If you have help, then you use ing. Some verbs are followed by the infinitive. I want to speak to you. So after I want, you have to use the infinitive, to speak. They can't afford to buy a new car. And in other cases, you just use the base form. So the base form is the clean form of the verb, without to, without ing, without anything. It might rain tonight. I'd rather eat. I'd rather eat in than go outside. Okay, let's talk about that in more details. So gerund, we use the gerund after certain verbs and expressions like enjoy, can't help, etc. I enjoy listening to music. I couldn't help laughing. If there is a phrasal verb is a verb plus a preposition. Use the gerund. I look forward to meeting you. So that's a phrasal verb. Look forward to. Use the gerund. She gave up smoking 2 weeks ago. Keep on working hard. Generally speaking, if you have any preposition, even if there is no verb before this preposition, use the gerund. And here is a complete list of all the verbs which are used with the gerund. Admit, avoid, be worth, can't help, can't stand. You should pause the screen and you should try to study these verbs as much as you want to. For example, you have recommend. I recommend taking a bus tour because it's the best way to see Manhattan. So recommend taking, not recommend to take. Regret, ing. I regret not traveling. Not regret, not to travel. This is how it works. Pause the screen and try to save this file. It's really useful. Okay, now how about the infinitives? Use the infinitive after certain verbs like want and afford. I want to speak to you. They can't afford to buy a new car. Here is also a longer list of the verbs which are followed by the infinitive afford. I can afford to go on vacation, afford to go, agree, I agree to pay. The results appear to support, arrange, be able, can't wait, choose, etc., etc., etc. You also need to pause the screen, save this file, it's useful, and try to study these verbs. Okay. Here are some special situations. If you have verbs like and love and hate and prefer, they are usually used with the gerund in English, right? So after like and love and hate and prefer, use the verb plus ing. But this is so important. But they can also be used with the infinitive form. So you can use them, like generally speaking, use them with the gerund. In some cases, you can use them with the infinitive. Fine, no problems, no problems. But this is the important part. If they are used with would, make sure that you just use the infinitive, not the gerund. So if you have prefer without would, use the gerund. If you have prefer with would, use the infinitive, not the gerund, never the gerund. I prefer to stay at home tonight. I prefer to stay, not I prefer staying. I'd love to come with you, not I'd love coming with you. The base form. Use the base form after modal verbs. Modal verbs are like what? Like will, would, can, could, may, might, must, should, and so on. If you have any of these modal verbs, use the base form, the clean form. It might rain, not it might rains. No. I would rather eat in than go outside, not anything else. Now, also, if you have make and let, use the base form. The teacher made us study, not made us to study. Okay. Here is also a longer list of the verbs which use the base form after them. Can, may, might, must, should. All of them are modal verbs. Had better, would rather, make, and let. Some verbs can be followed by either the infinitive or the gerund with no difference in meaning. The most common verbs like this are start and begin and continue. So it started to rain, it started raining, no difference in meaning, no problems. But some verbs can be followed by the gerund or the infinitive with a change in meaning. Like what? Like remember. You need to concentrate because this is hard. This is hard, so concentrate. Okay. Now remember plus the infinitive. This means you remember first, then you do something. Remember to lock the door. So you remember first and then you lock the door. But remember plus the gerund, you do something, then you remember doing it after you did it. I remember visiting the pyramids as a child. So I visited the pyramids as a child, and then now I remember that. So the action of visiting came before the action of remembering. But in this situation, the action of remembering came before the action of locking. I hope you understand the difference. Okay. Forget plus the infinitive. There's also a difference meaning. It means you didn't remember to do something. You didn't do it. You did not do it. I forgot to bring my wallet today, so I don't have it. I don't have my wallet with me. I forgot it. I did not bring my wallet. But forget plus the gerund, it means you did it. You did the action, but you forgot that you did it. I forgot meeting him at the conference last year. I met him at the conference last year, but I forgot this whole situation. But it happened. I met him and I forgot that I met him. You understand? But here in this situation, I didn't bring my wallet. In that situation, I met him. Compare this with I forgot to meet him at the conference last year. That means I didn't meet him. So if you say I forgot meeting him, it means I met him and I forgot that I met him. I forgot to meet him, it means I didn't meet him. That's the difference. Okay, try plus the infinitive. This is hard. Please concentrate. Now, try plus the infinitive, it means make an effort to do something. Usually it's not easy to do it. I can't open this tuna can. Can you try to open it? It's not easy to open it. I tried it myself and I failed. Can you try to open it? So it's not easy to open the tuna can. The window is stuck. Can you try to open it? It's hard, it's stuck, it's not easy. So I want you to try to open it. But try with the gerund. You do something which is easy. It's easy, it's not hard. To see what will happen after you do it. So the point is not in the action, but in the result of the action. The weather is too hot here. Can we try opening the window? So it's not difficult to open the window. We want to try opening the window and then see what's going to happen after we open the window. Is the weather going to be better in this room or not? If you can't find work in Ismailia, try moving to Cairo. So it's not difficult to move to Cairo. And the point is not to go to Cairo. The point is to go to Cairo and then see what's going to happen after you go to Cairo. Are you gonna be able to find work or not? That's the difference. Okay, let's talk about need. Need can take the gerund. Our apartment needs cleaning. So it can take the gerund, or it can take to plus be plus the past participle. The apartment needs to be clean. They have the same meaning. So when you say the apartment needs cleaning, the apartment needs to be cleaned, it has the same meaning. But don't say the apartment needs to clean. That's wrong. So the apartment needs cleaning or it needs to be cleaned, but not needs to clean. Let's practice. What you need to do is to choose one of these verbs, put it in the correct form, whether by using ing or to, or just the base form. So the base form means that you're not going to make any changes. Pause the screen, please, and in a few seconds, I'm going to show you the correct answers. Okay. Now, I suggest taking a taxi to the airport tomorrow because after suggest, use the verb plus ing. Even though the snow is really deep, we managed to drive. Managed, infinitive. We'd better do. We'd better, base form, base form. I'm very impatient. I can't stand waiting. Can't stand gerund. I was exhausted. And a young man offered to carry. Offer, infinitive. My parents used to make me clean. After make, use the base form, not to, not ing. We threatened to call. After threaten, the infinitive. Do you feel like coming? Feel like coming to the gym with me? I prefer to eat. I don't mind working. Okay. Now in this situation, all you have to do is to circle the correct form. Take some time, think about your answers, and then I'm going to show you the correct answers. Now let's take a look at the right answers, and you can pause the screen, of course. Okay. I'm sorry, I made a mistake here. I'm supposed to underline this part. I'll never forget seeing the Grand Canyon for the first time. So I saw it, and I will never forget the fact that I saw it. Forget to see means that you didn't do the action, but I did the action. I saw it for the first time. So I'll never forget seeing. That's the right answer. I need to call the helpline. My computer has crashed. Need to call. Have you tried taking a pill to help you sleep? It's not difficult to take a pill. It's not difficult to take a pill. So you are taking the pill in order to see what's going to happen after you take the pill. You're concerned with the result of the action and not the action itself. But if you say try to take, it means it's difficult to take a pill, and it's not difficult to take a pill. It's easy. I'm sure my keys are somewhere. I can't remember locking. I can remember locking the door this time. So I locked the door and I remember that. I remember the action. I had to run home because I had forgotten to turn the oven off. Forget to do something, it means that you didn't do it. Our house needs painting or to be painted, but not needs to paint. That's wrong. Did you remember to send your sister a card? So you remember first and then you do the action. We tried to learn to ski last winter, but we were not very good at it. Because the action of learning to ski is hard. I hope this lesson was useful. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum.